Dave.
Hello, Ian.
I'm bringing us in.
You are.
This is the Apex Adjacent podcast, which is ostensibly a car show.
Welcome, everyone.
That over there is Dave. This is Ian. Tonight,
Yes.
today, whenever it is you're listening to this, we will be discussing
Yes.
your experience with a certain electric car.
Yes. Yes.
Something over there says you're buying a dash cam, which God only knows with the things you've seen, what that's all about. You have a garage update. I've seen things.
You have.
I see things.
You see things. There's something on here about your father.
My father has sent me something, and we will be discussing. We have some listener content from Nick and Eric.
Yep.
And then it's getting wet with Dave.
What I was thinking it's not a fully formed shower thought like you bring in getting wet with Ian.
Okay.
So we got to find, it's like I ran
So you're
through,
not fully wet.
I ran through like a sprinkler like on the way here.
Let's get damp with Dave.
Okay.
We'll get damp with Dave.
What
works.
everyone loves to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just a little damp. I'm always a little damp, so that works out.
we need t-shirts for our fan to figure out to figure out which one of us is their favorite. There's going to be like team damp and team wet, right? Merchandise is definitely going to take off. Yeah. Exactly.
And what's nice about that is it cannot be misinterpreted in any way whatsoever.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
All right. Let's get started.
Yeah, let's do a show. Let's do a car show.
I am very excited to hear about your experience in a Tesla.
Yes. So a buddy of mine picked up a used Tesla,
A Model S?
a Model S,
Okay.
P85.
Okay.
Okay. 2014 model.
Okay.
Okay. Still has a lot of years left on the Tesla factory drivetrain warranty. Right. I think like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And what I predict, just on a quick digression, I'm going to digress as soon as I start my story. I think the butter zone for picking up a Tesla is going to be like in like 3 or 4 years when there's only like 3 or 4 years left on those battery packs for the warranties.
Yeah.
Maybe even like the last year. And there might be a little bit of an uptick in that last year for people to pick them up to get the batteries replaced.
Right.
But I might try to swoop in on that action.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You were in favor?
We'll talk about that at another time.
Okay.
But I want to talk about the experience of acceleration in an electric car.
Yes.
Okay. So you and I are on the same page when it comes to electric vehicles. We don't see them as infringing on our enthusiast values in any way, shape, or form.
No.
We're for them.
The only thing that will eventually save them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We applaud and enjoy the way gas engines drive, the way hybrid drivetrains drive, the way turbo drivetrains drive, the way electric drivetrains are. We love the characteristics of all these things, right? We can enjoy them for what they are.
Yeah, I've driven some shitty hybrids.
Well, you've driven some shitty hybrids, but there's like my wife's Lexus RX 450. It's a V6 designed to behave like a V8 with the hybrid stuff. Right? I mean, like that. How can you be against that? Right?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So, like all that enthusiast stuff, like we just blow past it on this show, right? Because we're all in favor. Get over it, right? What I want to talk about is the acceleration experience versus what we're traditionally used to.
Right.
Right. And how different this is. Right. So my buddy accelerated it fully a couple times, and before you knew it, we're doing 60 miles an hour.
Right.
It's so fucking fast. It's so quick.
How does it compare to the M5? Because it's a similarly sized car, about the same weight-ish. And I'm curious to know, I mean, that M5 was absurd.
Absurd, right. Like bullet, like teleporting, like giggling, right?
Right.
So the Tesla is very similar, but a little bit different. So in the M5, like BMW, like they pipe in a little bit of fake engine noise, but there's the big thing that you notice is that there's no there's no engine noise. It's all just tires and wind when you accelerate in a Tesla. And in the BMW, you have brutal acceleration, but an accompanying amount of drama associated with it, with like a little bit of shaking, like that kind of just like, like the sound and the whole experience, right?
And you can kind of feel things move around underneath you a little bit, yeah.
Exactly, right? In a Tesla, you have that sound taken away, and it's really odd.
Yeah.
It's very unsettling at first because in a way, your mind is telling you that you're not accelerating quickly, right? You're not like this isn't happening. And so it's this weird kind of surreal experience where, I mean, you can't argue with the number on the speedometer and the rate at which,
things are going by.
Exactly, right? Yeah. But it's just in our lives, whenever we've had something that like that with that acceleration or that kind of visceral experience, there's always been these elements that make it up. So on an airplane taking off on the runway, the vibration, the noise, like and the acceleration, right? All that combines, right? To like that, just the great experience it is to take off in an airplane, right? And with a Tesla, you don't have some of that. And in a way, like that's kind of part of the experience is like all this is just happening like a laser. Like it's so weird. The only thing that it's fun. It's amazing. Having all that torque right up front is so cool. Like the accelerator is a fun button. I mean, it is
right.
It's amazing. And I love it. It's just the experience is something that really sits with you. Like it makes an imprint.
Okay.
Yeah. And as does, the BMW and like the Nissan GTR that I drove, like those things I think leave an imprint. But with the Teslas, it's shaped a little bit differently. Like all of the car stuff like fits into other car stuff that we've had before. But the Tesla doesn't quite fit into the same car stuff imprint that we've had.
Okay.
It's like a little bit adjacent of it.
Okay.
It's weird.
All right. So other than the acceleration, what did you think about it? What did you think about the prospect of owning a used Tesla? Like does the screen still look good? Does the
screen looks amazing?
The interior still looks cool and everything?
So yeah, the interior looks great. The body's in wonderful shape. It's that beautiful dark blue that they have. Right? Gorgeous car. They're big.
Yeah.
They're really big, like Taurus SHO big, like hanging out of the back of a parking space big.
Yeah, they're big cars, and I mean, there's a lot of room inside because there's not like transmissions and stuff in the way.
Yeah. It's almost like it's from my car. My Infiniti is pretty big, right? It seems like there's more lateral and longitudinal room than there is vertical room. Right. In my Infiniti, it feels like the cabin's a little bit taller. You sit a little bit more upright.
Yeah.
In a Tesla, your feet are a little bit more out. You're a little bit more raked out because of that skateboard chassis.
Yeah.
Right. With all the batteries and stuff on the floor. But so it's super comfortable. And one thing I didn't know is that like, the ride adjusts heights. Right. And if there's a bumpy road, or you drive a Volkswagen R32 and you're paying attention to the road conditions, you can raise up the suspension while you're driving around. Like, oh, here comes, a shitty part of the road. I'm going to kick it up. The Tesla remembers that you did that. And it does it the next time you go on it automatically, the next time you go past that point.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
See, and like, I think that's one thing that like was completely new to me because we all know exactly where these devices are at all times, right? With GPS and rough, like cell phone location and all that stuff, right? We know where these things are. So, and then we know that a user performed an action.
Yeah.
Right. And then Tesla just thought to connect the dots.
Right.
Right. So like all these pieces of infrastructure were there. They just made them talk to each other, which is where the money's made. Right.
Yeah.
So like that kind of stuff is really cool. I like as much driving as I do, I'm going to be prioritizing autonomous driving features in my next vehicle purchase. Like I really am. Like now that I have the Vigan for a fun track car, I'm going to seek out something that will do full lane guidance, and full autopilot-ish stuff.
So with this, what year did he get?
2014. It doesn't have autopilot.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it doesn't have the cameras.
Right, because there's hardware components that he's missing, right?
Yep.
So he's gotten software updates and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
so he doesn't have, there's no autopilot features at
No
all on it?
autopilot. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Which I didn't know was a combination.
I wonder if, I wonder how much cheaper the non-autopilot ones are.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's, like whether it's electric or gas or whatever, I will be prioritizing those features in my next purchase, which I think is like a topic for another show.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to dive into that a little bit more. Not quite getting damp with Dave, but right. But yeah, so it's a really interesting experience. It is a cool ass car, man.
It is.
It is a cool ass car. It just freaking goes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to ride in one finally. I still have not ridden in one.
Yeah.
crazy.
Right. Yeah. It's really cool. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's something you really think about. You really do. Yeah. Like we've had some sticky cars, like the Lexus GSF, the BMW M5.
And by sticky, you mean like they hang around a bit.
Yeah, they'll show
in your
up,
mind,
right? Yeah, you'll walk around and like see a Nissan Leaf, and then you think about you and I because
Hooning the shit out of it.
yeah, I was just gonna say if you could describe one word for what we had in the Leaf,
Yeah.
I mean it's fun.
Oh yeah.
We had a blast in that thing, right?
But it's also funny because I have yet to see a Leaf being driven anywhere near how we were driving it.
I know.
Which is a shame because they are fun cars to toss around.
They really are.
I mean, they're not good at it, but it's fun.
So a buddy of mine has one, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was really excited when he was shopping for it, and I like gave him the full Ian and Dave Nissan Leaf endorsement, right?
Uh-huh.
And maybe he listened to us, maybe he's smart enough not to, right? But he bought one. Okay. And he did that thing where your car insurance company has you put the tracker on.
Oh, no.
For like 3 months to get or 3 weeks, I think, to get the reduced rate. It would save him almost $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's not nothing, right?
My principles are worth far more than that. I'll never do it.
Well, but he tuned his driving in the Leaf for 3 weeks, and he said it was really hard.
I bet.
Because even he's not crazy, but like just he was excited about taking it off so he could like fully accelerate again.
Roast through a pair of tires and blow through that $1,000 of savings that he just earned himself.
Right. Hey, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I don't know. Like, we had a great time in the Leaf. I look back on the Leaf a lot, right? I look back on the M5, I look back on the Kia Stinger GT, and I'm going to be remembering the Tesla for a long time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. What do you think like your top sticky cars are? Like the stuff that really
Well, I think surprisingness, like being surprised by it, is important. I think for things that I knew I was going to love, and have been sticky anyway, the Alpha,
I would know what that's like.
Whatever.
I would know
the Alpha.
I don't know.
I know. The Alpha and the M5, both.
Yeah.
I mean, that M5 was just. I know I've probably driven a faster car, but like I can't imagine what that was.
Right, exactly. And it's like it's the amount of refinement that's just layered on top of it, right?
And I mean, I've driven we drove Hellcats and stuff.
Yeah.
And that car is so much faster than a Hellcat. So much faster.
It's so much faster. It's so much more capable.
Yeah.
And it's just it just sticks with you, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
the brutality of it is so crazy.
M5 sticking with me way over the Hellcats and Corvettes that we've driven.
Right.
Yeah.
Although the palpable fear that you felt with the Corvette when I was driving That's pretty funny and will stick with me for a long time.
Okay. So what else? What else do you think?
But the GSF, I think, like just how surprising that car was and how lovable it was.
Yeah.
What a personality it had.
Right.
Which is not something I've ever said about any Lexus ever.
Right. Like for something that technically should have the personality of like this TV remote.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But it had just such a cool personality. And actually, when I was in Alabama, the other week, I saw an LC 500.
Oh, no way.
The sports car thing.
Yeah.
That like tanked, like
nobody bought one.
Nobody bought them.
But they look good.
They look really good. They sound really good because it's like a big V8.
Yeah.
It sounds really good. Apparently, they're terrible to drive.
Yeah, that's what I've kind of gathered.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
It was in that dark blue.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a cool car.
Yeah, I don't mind the way it looks. I mean, especially compared to like, I don't know, the NSX or
This is one thing that Braun Razor Grill works on. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah.
But anyway, it's interesting what Lexus is doing with sports cars. Anyway, wow, we're way off topic.
No, that's fine. Give me a couple other sticky cars.
That Elantra GT that we drove.
Yes, absolutely. I actually thought about that within the last week or so.
Yeah.
I saw somebody driving one and I was like, good on you.
Like just the feeling of being able to do the predictable liftoff oversteer in that thing.
Yes. On
every corner. Like you could come in sideways on every corner, like almost easier than the FRS that we drove.
Yeah.
Or the GT86 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like it was just
it was great.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. And we drove that on a racetrack.
That's what Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that thing would be a ton of fun on a mountain road too.
Oh,
I'm so excited to drive a Veloster N.
Yeah.
So excited.
Right? Yeah, I drove the Hyundai back from that performance day in Estes.
Yeah.
When we had that, or was it the Kia? It was the Kia, but chassis mate, right?
Yeah.
And it was in that downpour rain. Oh. And so I was a little afraid, but it was still great.
Yeah.
They're
really good cars.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I want to hear why you're buying a dash cam. Because here's why. Because I've sat through you describing some just crazy shit you've seen.
Yeah.
And you've always said, man, I should really get a dash cam with all the stuff I see. And I want to know what has driven you to finally say you're buying a dash cam.
So unfortunately, I have to tell you that there's nothing dramatic to push this over the line.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
This is death by 1,000 cuts. Okay. So, I'm also saying it on this, so that I actually do it. So I say it on a recorded car show of my own making. I'm not going to edit it out before I post it.
Yeah. We're literally people.
Yeah.
Some people, some
quantity of people.
Yeah.
Pie?
Some people will remember that you said this. Not me, because I don't listen to this show, but other people will.
But yeah, no, it's just time for me to buy a dash cam. If somebody has a good recommendation on something that lasts in Colorado heat during the summer, I let me know. But I will be buying one the next couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just if I have a dash cam, we might have to start a separate podcast that is just my dash cam footage. I swear, I see so much out there. I'm at the point now where just people cutting across 4 lanes of traffic doesn't even blip my radar. I'm just like, all right, you're an asshole. I'm going to keep driving.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. I see so much out there. I spend a lot of time behind the wheel and there's just idiots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the year, we'll be able to do the Dave dash cam compilation. Do you ever go on YouTube and watch the Russian dash cam compilation?
Oh yeah, they're hilarious. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That one that just had a tank show up out of the middle of nowhere?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm buying a dash cam.
What we could do, this is a pitch cast where we just pitch our ideas for video shows. We could do a Tosh.0 spoof that's just all dash cam videos, just making fun of drivers.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. We need to do my track day idea. Yeah.
Which one was that? What did you want to do?
The Mystery Science Theater track day.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can superimpose this in. We can do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay. All right.
Other video projects that we won't finish.
I know, right? Yeah. Because
That's what we need.
I'm so proficient at editing that I can just crank these out. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry. I've talked a lot. I want to shut up for a while.
Okay. Do you want to? We'll switch it up. I will do my eyes.
Okay.
And an update from my father. Okay. Oh no, I need. Okay, so I'm gonna take control.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Jesus, take the wheel.
How do I get? Where's the? I need the thing.
Go over to this monitor here.
Over here.
There you go. Okay.
I need this.
Yep. You got to pull up the current folder.
I need that.
Okay. So that's going to be on the side there. Current show. Yep. There you go, buddy. Yep. There's a so we made a special folder in our OneDrive folder called Dave Don't Look. And this is for when Ian wants to spring something on me on the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right.
So, we talked a little bit last week about how the dangers, the pitfalls of removing the vowels.
Yes. The chimp's license plate.
Yes, from your vanity plate.
Yes.
And I saw one just today.
Okay.
That reinforces this idea. And depending on the way you read it, and it's homonym, where it sounds the same.
Yeah, homonym or homophone, one of the two.
Oh, homophone, because it sounds the same.
Okay.
So homophone, sounds the same, means spelled different.
Right. Homonym, spelled the same, like wind and wine.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Grammarcast. Dude, do you know why I know that? 30 Rock. I know all of my grammar because of the show 30 Rock.
Oh, okay.
They had that pretend game show that flopped called Name That Homonym.
Oh, yeah. It's always the other one.
Right. And I know the difference. Like when somebody says, "How are you doing?" What do you say?
Fine.
Well, I mean, you say fine, go away, leave me alone. But someone like me, what am I supposed to say?
Well,
there you go. And so there was a scene where Tracy Jordan and Twofer were talking. Tracy Jordan was like, "How are you doing?" And Twofer said, "I'm doing good." And Tracy Jordan goes, "No, Superman does good. You're doing well." That's the reason I know that. It's because of television.
I also like that. I was just like, fine.
Right. Yeah. Awful, leave me alone. I hate you. How are you doing? Go away.
Fine.
God,
what's wrong with me?
And my default answer is well.
Fine. Anyway.
We need a podcast, the Well Fine podcast.
Yeah.
Well, fine.
Anyway, okay, so I saw this license plate. And it's a homophone.
Okay.
Depending on how you spell it.
Okay.
And so it's either a very like earnest and heartfelt like wish for humanity.
Okay.
Or
oh boy, what are you going to show me? I'm not looking.
Or it's a bedroom request.
No, what is it? Come together. Come on, man. Oh. The license plate says CM, the number 2, GTHR. Come together.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What do you think?
It could be either one.
Yeah.
It
is and you know what? It's either an earnest thing,
right?
Earnest, innocent thing on a Subaru,
right?
Or about to be a very dated SNL reference, or it's a bedroom request on a Subaru.
Subaru?
Do you remember there was a recurring sketch in SNL where with Will Ferrell, he was like playing Will Ferrell and Rachel Dratch. They played like professors from like Vermont or something. He had like a big beard and they would always talk. They'd be like the creepy couple in the hot tub.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And he would always talk about we made sweet love in our Subaru. And for some reason the Subaru stuck with me.
Nice. Oh, You fucking people with your vanity plates, man.
I mean, how do you think people are going to see that? Or, I mean, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's come together.
Maybe,
that's a laudable goal as well. At least they're being considerate, Dave. We've talked about this.
You know where I stand. Can we just start a nonprofit Okay, here's what I'm pitching. Okay, all right. Getting the brain fired up. Okay, all right.
Is this going to be a bedroom request?
No.
Bedroom request?
Here's what we do. Okay, all right. You know how those fucking morons have those awful, awful signs and they protest abortion clinics, right? Okay, we need to stand in front of DMVs with signs like this and intercept people that are coming in to get vanity plates,
right?
And divert that money to a charity of their choosing, right? Instead of spending money on the vanity plate, right? And then they just walk out with a normal license plate like everyone else and not some weird swinger reference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the money goes to charity. I mean, I'll take my cut off the top.
I mean, Dad's going to get his feet wet, but you know.
Right? I mean, we might have little pancakes and cocaine. No. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I want to do with my life is I want to start protesting outside of DMVs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's now my mission statement.
I also have nothing to do.
Right?
Okay. So the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Come together. Come on. Jesus Christ, people. How do you fit that many letters on there? See, that is the Twitter 140 character rule. Like brevity breeds creativity. You should cap it at 6.
Well, I think breeding is exactly what they're getting at.
Oh, God, why did I say that?
I don't know. Just teeing me up.
I just teed you up. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, but it just washed over me again when I looked at the TV.
Did it wash over you?
Oh, boy. You're going to fortune cookie this thing. You're going to be able to turn anything I say into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Into what?
I'm just going to.
Okay, moving on.
I'm just going to say words.
All right. So also when we were wrapping up last show.
Yes.
I got a text from my dad. And so for anyone who hasn't been, who's maybe new to the show and hasn't
met your father.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. So my dad kind of makes famously, I think what he would defend as very good decisions with cars, but what is plain to everyone is bad decisions, as evidenced by the fact that he bought an Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio just in time for winter in northern Wisconsin. And he's got kind of a fleet of cars.
Yeah.
They're all very interesting and cool.
Sure.
Maybe not the most practical.
Right.
Or the most working, but they're all very cool and interesting, which is another way of saying broken.
Right.
So the latest thing that he sent me, yeah, look what I found: 58,000 miles, 84 Eagle wagon.
Wow.
Yeah, and it actually. I got to give it to him.
Really good.
It looks awesome. It's kind of like cream on brown two-tone.
Yeah, that paint job is doing it for me.
Yeah, the two-tone works for me. They're asking. It has the 6-cylinder.
Okay.
The straight 6.
Okay.
He's seriously talking to the guy about buying it.
Okay.
They want, how much do you think?
Oh no.
What's the magic? It's kind of the magic enthusiast cheap car amount of money.
$8,000.
$2,500.
$2,500?
Wait till you see how clean the interior is.
Wow, look at that.
58,000 miles is nothing.
I love an AMC Eagle. Oh, whoa.
Right?
What are those vents? I've never seen Eagle vents before.
Oh, yeah, these are cool.
What?
I love these seats.
Oh, yeah. I want graph paper pattern cloth inlaid on leather.
And they're basically like picnic seats, but
is that a strap in the middle there?
yeah. My grandparents had one just like this.
Okay.
It did not have that badass two-tone.
Okay.
It was all brown. But like, I know exactly what this car smells like.
Okay.
Like, I remember it so well. And I remember very distinctly sitting in the front seat.
Oh boy. Yeah, you were way too young.
I was born in 82.
Yeah. Could you put your hand like underneath those straps on the seat? Or are they just like...
I think they're sewn down.
The whole thing is sewn in?
Yeah. I think it's just like a little like...
Okay. I figured that was just like a cloth version of the oh shit handle.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
So my first thing I said to my dad was LS swap?
Right.
And he says he doesn't want to do the LS swap. He wants to keep it as
it is. Okay.
But he's apparently still talking to the guy.
Wow.
And I was just... It struck me that $2,500 is sort of like that.
Yeah.
It's a recurring thing that you hear a lot. Like, oh, it's $2,500.
Right.
And so it brings me to an FMK Cars.
FMK Cars is a game that Ian and Dave play on the Apex Adjacent podcast. It's based on the classic game Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of playing it with people, we play it with cars because we're not gross assholes. Okay?
True.
All right. That's my description.
Okay. That's it. That's all you get.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Don't look.
Okay. Do I need to divert my eyes from the monitor?
Yeah, I'm doing some copy pasting.
So what Ian is doing right now for the podcast listeners is he's put a bunch of links in an unsaved notepad document, and now he's
it's saved.
And
don't worry.
Now he's opening up those links on the browser tab so we can all see them. And I'm trying to avert my eyes so I don't spoil anything.
Correct.
You know, I could really use a Ricola tonight. Could you hear Ricola?
It's fired at your head.
I should have just taken that to the dome. Just like, Ricola! We got a man down!
It's one of those classic Ricola injuries. All right, so this is called... You can have a car for any price you like as long as it's $2,500.
Okay.
The first 3 cars on Denver Craigslist for exactly $2,500.
Okay, this should be good.
Literally, my research of this consisted of going to the cars section of Craigslist, putting in $2,500 in the minimum and the maximum, and then copying the first 3 links.
How many showed up for exactly that much?
Oh, a ton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I literally just took the first 3.
Okay.
Because they were kind of interesting.
Sometimes you get those combinations where like just 3 random things make a good mixtape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a good, and the state of them is also interesting.
Okay. All right.
And also the fucking Craigslist ads, man.
Right? They're the best.
They're gold. All of them.
Yeah.
All right. So the first option is you can have 2.
Oh.
2.
I get a pair.
Old Ford trucks, like real old.
Whoa, 1950, 1948.
Yep.
F5 and F1.
Let's see what they look like originally.
Yeah, 1948 Ford
F1.
1? Huh. Oh,
yeah.
Gorgeous.
See when they're finished?
Look at the happy face on the front end of that thing. That's gorgeous.
Right?
Okay.
Super cool.
Okay.
All right. So these are definitely projects.
Yep.
The F5 needs reassembly. The F5 ran when parked.
Love it. Ran when parked.
Yeah. Disassembled to restore. Now it has been sitting for a year. The F1 is totally disassembled but has all parts for restore. All right.
Oh, you're skipping over the best part. Will not part out, then the last 2 words in that Craigslist ad.
No texts.
That makes sense. This person does not want your text messages because they still have a flip phone.
Yeah, or only a landline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They managed to get their cousin Billy or grandson Bobby to make the Craigslist ad for them.
Right, yeah. They had to borrow a digital camera.
Yes.
And then still took the worst photographs possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That manages to like not give you any information.
Right.
Yeah.
And make you also ask more questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could get 2 old ass Ford trucks.
So you can get a project.
Yeah. 2 projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Or you can go Chevy Silverado 2003, also owned by somebody who doesn't know how to take photographs of cars.
These people, man. Okay. Okay. So this is
a 1500.
They say it's purple.
Z71.
Purple Z71 Chevy 1500 pickup.
Yeah, that's
I'm going.
Oh, that's purple.
Purple burgundy, maybe. Yeah.
Maroonish.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, that's a purple truck.
Okay. Okay. All right. I know exactly where that is. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Or
Uh-huh.
you can have a Lincoln LS.
Oh,
with no pictures.
Uh-huh.
But a $2,500 Lincoln LS, honestly, that's a pretty badass lemons proposition.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I saw a nice clean Lincoln LS the other day and was really, I really like those.
They're very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's pull up a picture of a real one so that people can see what it looks like.
Yeah. 2001 Lincoln LS.
Yeah. 2001. Yeah. Those look good. They were meant to be the BMW 3 Series killer. Yeah.
I think 5 Series, they're big cars, right?
They're not huge. I always park them more in the 3 Series range myself.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong. Internet convinced me otherwise.
Yeah. Go to the Wikipedia.
Okay. Let's see.
It was right there. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep.
So anyway, so you can have projects.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You can have, because this was the same as the S-Type.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it is. Yeah. You're right. That is more 5 Series size. Yeah. Oh man. Let me read the description of that. Okay. Yes. Air conditioned seats, all in capitals, as well as heated. Of course. Put an aftermarket radio and front speakers in. Okay. Brand new tires and brakes as of about a month ago. Haven't driven it much since. Just got the power steering pump replaced. Cracked windshield. Center console is a little fidgety.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Super reliable. I bought a new car and that's why I'm selling this gym. Text me.
I'm guessing that's 145,000 miles.
Yeah.
Which is still not that much.
No, that's not.
It's about what I have on my Volkswagen.
Yeah. And that's getting close to what I have on the old man sedan. Yeah. That may be exactly what I have in the old man sedan, honestly. Okay. For $2,500, I'm going to marry the Lincoln.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to think about this like no, I'm going to marry the Lincoln.
Okay.
I'm going to marry the Lincoln. I'm going to, for a day, you and I are going to have a whole bunch of espresso and see if we can get one of those Ford trucks running, one of the projects.
Yes.
Okay?
That is exactly how I would answer this as well.
Okay.
I think you're exactly right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We're either going to get one of those Ford trucks running or an engine block is going to be dropped on one of our rib cages.
Yep. That's going to be one of those days where, and Dave you don't drink, so you don't have, you've not gone through this equation, but there's those days that are very, very long where you're working on a project like that. And you have to strike this very delicate balance of switching from coffee to beer.
Okay.
And you're drinking things that are affecting your mood all day.
Right. But you're switching from an upper to a downer at one point.
Yes.
Right.
And then you have to make that very conscious, okay, we're switching from coffee to beer.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's one of those days.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think at some point you need a beer to cope with what has happened to your feet, knuckles, soul.
Yes.
Yeah. That day.
Yes. Pancreas. Yes.
Everything. It's a whole body.
Okay. I like that, Ian. I like that.
Okay.
I like that there's a lot of vehicles for exactly $2,500. You're right. That is like a really magic enthusiast number.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm interested.
Yeah. I always kind of park that as $3,000 in my mind because that's how I price things out.
Right. Honda Civics.
Yep. Used Honda Civics on Craigslist that could pass emissions.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I relinquish control.
Belay on.
You have control.
Climbing.
Do you have control?
I have control, Ian.
Good.
I'm driving this bus.
Are you in control of your bowels? I want to know what your weird garage update is.
Okay, so Chris, my buddy Chris is a witness to this as well, and he was a participant in this weird scenario. So he was coming over. I had run out to the garage to put a socket set away, and it was dark. I opened my garage door, and I stepped in something and slipped, right, and almost fell backwards, right? And for some reason, there was like a 3-foot patch of oil on my garage floor. And instantly, I look at the Vigan.
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Panic.
like, what did you peed on the rug.
Yeah.
Right? What did you do? Right? Nope. Clean and dry underneath the Viggy. Right? I haven't had time to look, but for some reason, there's a weird patch of oil on my garage floor. Chris looked at me and went, "It's not the Vigan." High five. That's my garage update. So something spilled somewhere in my messy ass garage.
Or this is like a Ebenezer Scrooge situation.
Okay.
And you're being visited by automotive ghosts.
You know what? How many times have we run into like the Christmas Carol story with me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is coming up quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
The go-kart guy on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ghost of automotive future.
Yeah. Am I Lewis Carroll? Is that who wrote that?
No.
Who?
Yeah, well, I guess.
I don't.
Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens, thank you.
Yeah.
It was the best of times and it was the worst of times.
That's a different book, but yes.
Yeah, Tale of Two Cities.
So, baby, this was Ghost of Christmas, of Automotive Past.
Okay. All right.
Maybe a Dusty Rusty.
Yeah, maybe.
Instead of shaking chains.
Yeah. I'm just getting oil dumped on the floor. Yeah, it's very possible.
Dusty Rusty is haunting your garage.
I think you're right. You know what? I think the spirit of... You know what? You're right. Dusty Rusty is haunting my garage.
Yeah.
Because the Vigan is parked up for the winter, and I'm going to do a bunch of work on it over the winter. So I'm not driving it. The ghost of Dusty Rusty is angry because I'm not getting that sweet...
You sacrificed me so this car could sit here?
See? I think you're onto something.
Of course I'm onto something. Whenever I say or, I always have the right answer.
You always do.
You never do.
Absolutely do. Absolutely. Who's in control? What are we doing?
2 cams.
I like it. I got to set up hotkeys for that.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Well, so since we've solved that, we can move on.
Train conductor Ian, why don't you tell us what our next stop is?
Toot toot. Listener content.
Oh, it's late and I need some sleep. Oh, buddy, toot toot listener content. Ian, you quit digging, you hit fucking gold.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now I can gain control. Okay, first up, we are going to hear a voicemail from our buddy Nick Lindy.
Let's hear it.
Okay. All right.
Hey guys, it's Nick Lindy. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, or whatever you celebrate. Happy New Year. Hey, I just I'm back
This voicemail might be a little old.
That's okay.
in Denver for the holidays. I drove up from Phoenix with my cat, which was fun. Anyway, just saw like a new-ish Audi RS3 driving around. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had one thought, though, and I think that's about all the cool Audis. Like, I can't really tell an A3 from an RS3, except for, like, the badging and some of the fender flares. I don't know. I kind of wrestle with that because if I'm going to be spending that much money on a car, I'd rather have, you know, like a sweet wing on the back. Of course, this is coming from the guy that likes the new Civic Type R. So what I was calling is I was just looking at Japanese classics, and 2020 is coming up, so 25 years back is going to be the 95 Japanese cars that are going to be coming from Japan pretty soon. I was curious if either of you have ever considered buying like a right-hand drive Japanese car of some sort. Like I know that some of the Skylines coming up at 95 are pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I always love the Del Sol because I'm a weirdo. But anyway, love you guys. Just want to hear your thoughts. See you.
Yes. So
Well, Nick, that thank you for calling.
Yeah.
And those are great points. Now let me explain why you're wrong about the Audis. The stealthiness is the main appeal of the fast Audi, I think. Isn't that's the main point of them?
I think I do like having something. I do like having something that is discreetly fast. I also like having something that is discreetly luxurious.
Yes.
Right. But I think that only takes me to a point.
Well, I get loud and obnoxious and hey, look at me.
Right.
I completely get that, but
Yeah.
I also get discreet speed.
Right.
And it fits with the personality of the cars too.
Right.
Because like if you've ever driven a fast Audi, it's very like it builds speed and it's a big wave, right?
Right.
Whereas you contrast that with like the Hellcat, like we were talking about earlier, where it's like, woo!
Yeah, you're just ripping your shirt off and whipping it over your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the equivalent basically. It's the difference between like the guy who rides the mechanical bull at the bar and then tries to start a fight with someone. Obviously, that's the Hellcat.
Right.
And then the guy in the corner who could like just demolish everyone in a fight.
Right.
Who's just drinking like straight shots all night.
Right.
And, like
saying nothing.
and like his hand is steady.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's like a Krav Maga instructor. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Ex-Mossad.
But like would be very boring to talk to.
Right.
That's what a fast Audi is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think they should be understated and boring looking. That's fine.
Okay.
Anyway,
I saw an RS3 yesterday and I was like, oh, cool. But I saw the badge first,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like, if you want to go discreet, a debadged RS3 would be pretty sweet.
Yeah. No one
Right?
would know what it was. Like a few people would figure it out. I would look at it and be like, that might be an RS3.
Right. And also be wondering, like, did they like put like the side skirts and like,
Right.
did you try to make it an RS3?
But yeah, no, RS3s are super cool. I
Yeah.
think the coolest fast Audi is the TTRS, obviously. With
Absolutely.
That 5-cylinder, but
Yes.
that was not the main point of Nick's voicemail.
No,
That's
but
just
it's
what
a
I
good one nonetheless.
locked
Yeah.
onto.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Japanese
1995. So I have been toying with the idea of this, mostly because I have convinced myself that what I need to do is get a cheap electric car for my family daily driver.
Yeah.
And then for my mountain car, I think I need a Japanese van.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Which is a terrible idea.
Right, like this Toyota Hiace here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Terrible idea.
Yes.
But it's what's in my heart.
Okay. Yeah, like a Town Ace wagon.
Yeah. I don't know why I need that in my life.
Well, because it has this kind of stuff. This is coming from the person that does not want to buy a Mazda 5 series. That would outdo all of these Japanese vans in all regards. And be bulletproof reliable the entire time. And you could get parts for anywhere.
Were you paying attention to earlier in the show when we discussed my provenance about my father's, this is all congenital.
Earlier in the show, the last 4.5 years we've been doing it.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, yeah. I have also looked at Skylines and stuff like that. I want to know when those are going to become something I could reach, right?
Yeah.
So the way I'm playing my card.
Do you think the R34s, when they become available, they're just going to be immediately stupid expensive?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. The way I'm like kind of calculating my car future, right, is like I'm kind of like I'm building the magic deck of my cars, right? Okay. So I need the daily driver commuter, right? Okay. That's going to be like your white mana. No, I'm not going to take the magic analogy very far.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good because I was already lost.
Oh, okay. So tap it. No, the daily driver commuter, right? I don't need. Nobody needs this. I want a car to track, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need the car that makes driving an event,
Right.
right? And right now that's the Vigan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm with these kinds of things. I'm definitely going to have a 1 in 1 out policy, right?
Okay.
Until I get a much larger garage, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and the resources to manage like this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But so I would have to envision something replacing the Vigan, right? And a Japanese classics or like something like that would be high up on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically R33 and 34 Skylines.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I know would be a bit of a basket case if they were consistently tracked, but I want it anyway. I might need to go there just to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up a Japanese car spotters guide for 1995.
Okay.
I want to see what debuted in 95.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Cars that debuted in
JDM. Yeah.
1995, Japan.
Yeah.
That's the wrong thing.
This is a great part of the podcast where people just listen to us Google.
Oh, well, here's a thing on Auto Week.
Okay.
The coolest 25-year-old cars you can import in 2020.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So these are, yep. So these are also European cars.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. There we go.
MGF.
Oh, yeah. The MGF was weird and cool.
Super weird.
Yeah. If you want to have a Mazda Miata but be weirder, get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get it, MGF.
Why not?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The Alpha that I saw. Yep.
That GTV.
I love that GTV. It's weird, man.
It is super weird.
So
I mean, I would still rather have a 70s GTV.
True, but okay, so like with my cars, right? Mm-hmm. So like let's say I have the commuter daily driver. I have the car that is kind of meant more for tracking.
Yeah.
Right? Then what if I just have like a weird car in there as like the weird third wheel that just shows up at the party every now and then? Right? That could be the GTV. Because then that could be something that isn't necessarily suited for the track, but does still make driving an event. It could be a little slower. It could be a little weirder. It could be less reliable.
See, I think you go K-Van for the third.
Okay.
Because it's just like silly and goofy, but you could like kind of run errands in it.
I would want to go full-blown pick-em-up truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, Missouri's going to come back out at some point in my life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Toyota Crown, the 95 Toyota Crown.
Right.
Fuck yes. It's the one underneath there.
Yes.
That's the era Crown that I absolutely love.
Right. Yeah.
It's super cool.
You want a Nissan Cedric? Hell yeah, you do. Yeah, Skyline GTR, the Alfa Romeo 146, which I also really like. It's a weird thing. Yeah.
Yeah. This was the first year for the R34. I forgot.
Yep. The Fiat Barchetta.
Those are super cool.
Those are really cool.
Yeah. And they're really cool looking.
The Megane, the older Meganes, of course. Yep. So yeah, I don't know, Ian, because I mean, like everybody wants a Silvia, everybody wants a Skyline. I don't know.
The R34s are going to be so expensive.
But I would absolutely take a Peugeot 406.
Yeah.
I would absolutely take this adorable Mitsubishi Pajero. How do you say it?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. And I think out of this list on this site, on Auto Week site here, I'd take the Alpha. I mean,
I think I'd take that Fiat, the Barchetta.
The Barchetta?
Yeah.
And after an R34, but you know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really go through a lot of drive-throughs or anything like that. I would the right-hand drive thing would execute your rule for like driving your R32 with a child. And
Oh, it's I'm more stubborn than this is hard.
there you go. There you go. Yeah. So I would tolerate right-hand drive for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nick, I hope we thoroughly answered / broadcast dead air in response to your voicemail.
No, yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then we have some pictures from our buddy Eric in Illinois. I'm going to show you this one, Ian, and I want you to describe what you see. I do like it when I say that I'm going to show you something, and usually it's just laughter, and I have to describe it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, see there it is.
I don't even know where to start. It's a Honda Fit.
A black Honda Fit.
A black Honda Fit.
Yep.
And I think maybe the first thing you notice is all the runner things, which I want to circle back to with you,
Okay.
young man.
Okay. Like I did something wrong.
Oh, you did. No. And then in the middle, there's this giant sticker that says, "I'll only drive a black car till they create something darker."
Right. Right.
Okay. But then there's all these runner things all over.
So what Eric stumbled upon, whether he realized it or not, is he found the only goth running enthusiast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, can you picture like a goth jogger? Right?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Just think about.
Yeah, exactly. It paints a good
Because you
picture.
think the leather would chafe.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Right?
I love goths.
Me too. They're great.
I do find though that what are your thoughts on these, on like the mileage stickers?
I hate them.
Okay,
I hate them.
I do too.
I would like to run a marathon at some point in my life.
Yeah.
That's an achievement I really would like to make.
Me too.
Yeah. But if I do, I'm not putting a sticker on my car.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, first of all, you weren't the first person to run a marathon, so it's not that impressive.
The thing I don't get are the half marathon stickers. The
Right.
13.1, I've run a half marathon. I did it after work one day.
Wow. Oh, okay. Sorry, Dave.
I was going through some things, so I was literally running from my problems at the time.
I don't know. It goes back to like, whatever your things are in life,
Yeah.
your main job is to not make them anyone else's problem.
Right.
So like, to me, that's just like when you're broadcasting your achievements to just strangers.
Right.
To me, that's the same thing as making your problem someone else's problem.
Yep. And also, I mean, like, just if you're going to put the stickers on there, just line them up first, man. just fucking line them up. It's like they did this. It's like they like unstuck. I'm afraid to pantomime it out because I'm going to throw my phone across the room. Like they peeled the sticker thing off of the sticker and then like slapped their car on the ass. It's like, you get a sticker. Yeah.
Or they put it on right after finishing the marathon, so they were just like, oh.
No glucose left in muscles. Oh, sticker? Yes, I did it. Yeah. They were kitty cat hands. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just peel it off and wham, smack it on. Right. And I like when people do a lot of stickers on their car because you can tell the point at when they cared and to the point that they just didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, that runner girl sticker was put on with some purpose and some caring. The rest of them, whatever.
Right. And the something darker sticker, the goth sticker, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's pretty lined up, right? Yeah, but after that, all hell broke loose. Yeah. That 26.2, oof, you're right. They put that on right after the marathon. Yeah, they were busy shitting their pants. That could be the exact point at which their bowels released. As soon as they put the sticker on the car.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So thank you, Eric. He also sent us this other one. I need your expert eyes, Ian,
oh, God,
in decoding this one.
Okay.
You have a knack for this.
All right.
You decoded the TRD door handle stickers.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Don't undercut your own.
I love that that's a calling card for me now. Like I can
Ian.
You like speak of it in hushed tones.
Yeah.
He figured out the TRD handles.
He figured out the car stands at TRD handles.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a veteran license plate.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And it says
Gout.
it's on a white Subaru.
Yeah.
So does it say gout or is it like get out?
I know.
Does this person have gout or are they racist?
All right. So I have two competing theories.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right.
This is why I need you on the show. It's just for this.
What state is that license plate?
I mean, Eric lives in Illinois, so it's probably somewhere around there.
Can we see where that is?
Yeah.
But
It's a disabled veteran plate.
it is Illinois because it says Land of Lincoln. So I don't think it says gout. I think it's Go UT. Like Go University of Texas.
Okay. Oh, it's
Or
okay.
my other theory is that it does say gout.
Okay.
And this is how they've managed to get disabled veteran status. And they're just really excited about that check they get every month. And so they're just spiking the football. Gout, motherfucker. $1,000 a month. 100% disabled. Boom. I think that's it. It's one of those two things.
Okay. You don't think they're like trying to say get out or anything like that? Anything more sinister than that?
No, I think it's either gout, which is why they're disabled. Which I mean, honestly, that's a lot of information.
Yes, they are giving you both barrels right up front.
This is real bad OPSEC.
Yeah.
Or it's Go UT. I'm guessing like that.
Did I ever tell you about I think you probably saw it. There was a Twitter thread that my friend James and I had like forever ago. He was at the Denver airport. He was waiting for his flight, and there was a woman on the phone talking very loud next to him. Okay. She's pounding a salad before getting on the plane, and he's listening to her entire conversation. And he's live tweeting it. And he's like, and it's all just, like first world problems, like the biggest things, and I'm right along there with him. And then at some point she says, did you know Dawn has gout? And so James was very shocked, as was I. And I was like, I need updates. And so and then one of my last tags on it was smash cut to me unloading 1,000 Dawn has gout t-shirts onto the kid at Goodwill doing community service. She's like, yeah, it was a joke on Twitter. Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dawn has gout. What? Dawn has gout? If there was ever an appropriate time to just intrude in a stranger's conversation, that would have been it. Yeah, right? What? Dawn has gout?
It's amazing.
Yeah. After running the marathon?
Yeah.
And putting the sticker on his car? Yeah. Yeah. So, gout.
Yeah. I think that's probably what it is. It's gotta be, right? Go UT or gout? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. See, I didn't even think of the Go UT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Eric, for that very puzzling report. Dave, I'm excited to get damp with you.
You say that so often.
I know.
So this is an old thing that made the Twitter rounds maybe like a year ago. Okay. My good buddy, person that I really enjoy, Aphex Twin, was playing at Coachella.
Okay.
A young girl wandered into his set. Okay. She had done a little bit of LSD. Okay. She had never heard of Aphex Twin before.
Okay.
And she recorded this reaction.
Oh, I shouldn't have put it back on 2 cams. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Here, let's do this. So this should take me to the Twitter page where she posted her reaction.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Here, let's unmute this. We won't play the whole thing.
We had lacked a lot of EDM day 2. There lacked a lot of EDM, and we love EDM, right? So we see this tent in the distance, and it's flashing lights. It looks like the Nose Center. It looks like Beyond Wonderland. Like, it looks like a regular rave. So we're stoked. We're running towards this, like, oh, yay! Like, this is EDM. Like, this is gonna be so good. Like, we're all excited. So we get to this tent, and we walk in, and it's a weird-ass vibe. Like, it's a weird EDM vibe. It's not your typical, like, Dylan Francis Diplo. Like, it's weird. It's not enjoyable, necessarily. So I'm kind of like, okay, something's off about this, but, like, let's watch. So we're kind of there, and we're watching. And then all of a sudden, and I have clips of this, guys, don't worry. It's these people called Aphex Twins, okay? I didn't know anything about them. I start hearing, like, the weirdest noises. And remind you, I'm not a psychedelic. I'm tripping a little bit, so it's extra fucking weird. And I start hearing crying and babies crying and screaming.
She's playing a bit of a set. Yeah. Face melting breakcore comes back in. Okay. All right.
I'm like sitting here just like, so me and Seb just watched this for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and we're just like in shock. It's like literally making me feel like scared. It's making me like feel the music. Like, it's making me understand like why they're crying. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It was like an emotional thing. Seb, he best described it as like, I felt violated. Like, my soul was violated. And that's exactly how we.
Okay. All right. So
I'm very curious to where this is going.
Well, it doesn't. Okay, so I was actually in the shower and I was thinking about this the other day.
This?
Well, I was listening to Aphex Twin in my house.
Okay,
right. And so I
Aphex Twins.
Yes, Aphex Twins. Well, so he's been playing with his wife on stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why she said Aphex Twins, right?
They call okay.
Right. So I was thinking about this video because when it first hit and kind of went viral, a lot of people did something that I think we're guilty of in automotive culture as well. They criticized her for. They were like, how could you not know this? Like she got dragged, right?
Right.
And that really sucked to see, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I think electronic music, like Twitter and Reddit, actually like redeemed themselves, and they policed the shit out of this. And they said, no, like, you need to think about like what it was like for this person coming in and just and she's just dictating her. She doesn't know it. And
the thrust of the video is that she liked it.
Right, exactly, right? And that she's articulating her experience with the thing, right? And so like people on here, like on Twitter here, like this person said, this is kind of sweet to think, and I think Richard D. James would be pretty on board with this review.
Yeah.
Right? Like she's being very authentic and like very articulate about like her experience with like being exposed to this thing that she had never seen before. Right?
Yeah.
And so it was very refreshing to see this kind of, like the comments bubble up on Reddit that were like getting above the people that feel like they needed to be some kind of gatekeepers. Right. Like, this is
this music's not for you or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Fuck that. Right. And so it just made me think about how in all aspects of culture and enthusiasm, we face people like this. And I think one important thing about the podcast is that we are that force that gets beyond that gatekeeping, right? And it makes me very thankful for the outlet that we have doing this show, right? Because we didn't know everything, and we certainly don't know everything. We experience things for the first time. I talked about my first experience in a Tesla today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And and we need to encourage people that are new to things, new to aspects of things, and not be gatekeepers and think that they need to enjoy it in some kind of vector or some kind of way that makes it more authentic, because it's not.
Right.
Right? I don't know. I just, like, we hear these things that happen in culture and we map them back onto how we approach cars and our show and stuff like that. And this was something that was out there, but just kind of finally connected the dots to me.
Well, this is something that Mr. Regular talked about like a long time ago when he was on the show.
Okay.
And it's something I think about all the time. The like the little ways in which car enthusiasts will kind of signal to other people that they're not welcome or whatever, like using engine codes and all that sort of stuff. That's like ultimately really pretty unnecessary.
Just showboating knowledge, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, not shaming people for not knowing, the generations of Miata or whatever the hell.
Right.
Like, that's that would fall into what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah. That's being a gatekeeper. Yes. This person's here. Like they're showing enthusiasm.
Right.
Encourage it. Yes. You put eyelashes on your car.
Right.
You're doing something beyond commuting in it. Like you took money and went into Pep Boys and bought eyelashes and put them on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I saw a Mini Cooper the other day with eyelashes and I was like, you do you.
Yep. Right. You do you. Yeah. Right. Yep.
Give him a salute.
Just stoic salute. Right. Didn't I salute once on the show and you're like, oof.
Yeah, you tried to salute one time and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, you would not make it in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have gotten yelled at.
A lot. Yeah. So I don't know. I wanted to kind of, since I had my first experience in a Tesla and was thinking about like just how to articulate my reaction to it and thinking about this, this YouTuber that had her first experience with Aphex Twin and how, how she's describing, her experience with it. And it made me really happy to see that.
Right.
And so.
Well, it's also what's really funny to me too, is that like for most, like, I think because when she opened, I was like, ooh, she's going to like be harsh about Aphex Twin.
Right.
Because she opened saying that, it was a big EDM fan or whatever.
Right.
And I think to like 95% of people, they'd be like, EDM and Aphex Twin are different. Like,
right, exactly.
Why?
Right. It's all the same.
Even
thing.
if you played them back to back,
right,
they'd be like, this is the same music.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. One bleep, the other bloop. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, so like we get into these kind of spats with other sections of car culture, where they don't know sports car stuff or whatever.
Right.
And everyone's like, both of you are spending too much money on your cars. What are you talking about?
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah, you're exactly right. Like when we went to the off-roading event, right? And I mean, like, I've done some off-roading. I grew up in Missouri, you know, like that happens, right?
Yeah.
You had done a little bit of off-roading before, or not really?
A little bit with very little knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But like we went over big rocks and down crazy, like what, 32-degree pitches or something like that?
Or something crazy like that.
Right? And we're like, as we're driving, we're like, we get it.
Yeah.
We understand you people. We are happy that you're happy.
And then they were all like, what do you mean, you people?
Yeah, right.
It was an awkward drive home.
It was. It was.
Anyway, I thought that was very good. I think I am more than damp. I am quite soaked.
Do you think that's a getting wet with Dave?
Full getting wet
That
with
seems
Dave.
like a damp with Dave.
All right, well, we'll figure it out.
So if people want to get damp with us, Ian, what do they do?
Well, first light some candles. No, they
Go
should
jogging in leather.
Yeah, they should. Yes, they should find us on all the media's social. They should call and leave us a number.
Yeah.
At 720-515-1391.
Yeah, you said to leave us a number. Like we're calling them back? No.
Oh
Ian.
yeah, we're not gonna call.
Leave us a message.
Leave us a message.
Send us a text.
Send us a text. Even a picture.
Yep.
You can email us apexadjacent@gmail.com.
Yep.
We're on the website and the things and the places.
Are my
I've run out
eyes
of steam.
closed yet?
They're getting there. You got to drive me home.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Whose plan was that? This sleepy buddy over here.
We
We love you, everyone.
do. We do.
Goodbye.